Welcome to my buyer's guide for Series 4 and 5 cards in Marvel Snap for December 2022. Today's video is going to give you a rundown of which of Marvel Snap's latest releases I think fit where, and give you my opinions on which ones could be worthwhile pickups. Keep in mind, while your collector's tokens are limited and you're going to need to pick and choose from Marvel Snap's latest releases, these cards will eventually downgrade from 5 to 4 and 4 to 3, meaning all cards in Marvel Snap become cheaper as they move further from release. Another thing worth mentioning is that if you are not Series 3 complete, your collector's tokens are flowing a little bit more slowly, meaning you should be focusing on acquiring all of Series 3 before you move on to these endgame latest card acquisitions. If you're looking for my Series 3 recommendations, I'm going to link those in the video description down below. For the rest of the video, let's go ahead and jump on into which of these latest cards I like and why. At the risk of tanking the watch time of the rest of this video, let's cut right to the chase here, and these are my loose rankings for the 18 cards currently in Series 4 and 5 in Marvel Snap for December of 2022. The cards at the top are ones that I feel are not only powerful in the decks in which they're being played, but they see play in more than one deck. So She-Hulk currently headlines the Death Wave deck, as well as various Moon Girl double up style decks that I've really enjoyed playing. Bast has become a centerpiece in Mr. Negative for those that have it, as well as powering up various one and other cheap cost cards in decks like Silver Surfer as well as Khazar that are looking to swarm the board out. Darkhawk is one of Marvel Snap's latest additions here, but it's a card I've been really impressed with in a variety of shells. The package of Rockslide, Black Widow, and Korg slot with Darkhawk into a variety of different things that have all felt reasonable and powerful to me. Shuri has been appearing inside of a lot of the Leech leader decks as that metagame has evolved among the top players. She also seems to work very well inside of the Zero Red Skull style decks, putting a 30 power thing into play on turn 5 and then copying it the following turn with Taskmaster or Arnim Zola. Our next row of cards here is ones that are powerful in the decks that they're being played, but the range of decks that they are played in tends to be on the narrow side. Galactus sees play in basically one archetype, the one named after him. You're looking to wave, Electro, or Psylocke Galactus into a location ahead of curve. You blow up the other locations, and then you stack a bunch of power behind him. All the Galactus decks play out in a similar manner, but they also seem like they're pretty good at winning games, even if they're not good at getting cubes, because it's typically very apparent when your opponent has lost the game. Null works very well in tandem with Galactus, another Series 5 card, but it also is a player inside of the B-rate Deadpool full destroy archetype, but that deck struggles a little bit to be competitive because it's so susceptible to disruption such as Armor and Cosmo, and it's also pretty mediocre into leader as you're making your big plays on the 6th and final turn. Thanos, similar to Galactus, defines whatever deck that it is played in. There's a couple of different Thanos decks, but they all focus around playing out the swarms for value in different ways. Some of them are blowing up those stones with Carnage or Killmonger to play Death out ahead of a curve, while others, like my favorite, are playing them into Lockjaw to try and flip other more powerful cards out of the deck for value. Luke Cage might actually be one of my favorite cards up here, even if it is a little bit on the narrow side. Luke Cage has single-handedly put Hazmat on the map as a reasonable and competitive tool, and if you like playing toxic board-filling control decks in the literal sense, Luke Cage is a must-have card because it is irreplaceable inside of its archetype. Our third row here, flexible but replacement level, are all cards that either myself or other creators I've been watching have played successfully in a variety of shells, but they're not a key piece in any of the decks that they're being played in. They're marginally better than some of the alternatives that you could be playing in those slots, but no deck that you're playing, any of these cards in will be non-functional if you're missing them. They're cards that you're going to be happy to open from a cache or a reserve, but they're probably not ones that I would prioritize super highly spending collector's tokens on unless you're absolutely in love with the character or effect that they are. Finally, we have cards that aren't particularly flexible. They're the best thing you can be doing in whatever slot they're playing in by a little bit. these are pretty low priority pickups. Baku, Atuma, Helicarrier, I really wouldn't recommend spending tokens on any of these cards. However, like most cards in Marvel Snap, they do have homes that you can play them in should you open them. M'Baku might actually be one of the most fun cards I've ever played with in Marvel Snap, because watching him leap out of the deck, especially when you've forgotten about him, to steal a game is such a fun and exciting moment. Atuma works really well inside of things like the Destroyer deck or other things leveraging armor, but in reality, it's not meaningfully better than Warpath in a lot of situations, so it's definitely not a high priority pickup by any means. And Helicarrier is hella fun. The output range that it generates is neat, but it also takes some hoops to jump through with things like Lady Sif to get it discarded, and if you don't have Series 3 card Ghost Rider, you really can't leverage it as a payoff. Two closing thoughts today. The first is, remember that Marvel Snap is a game that you should play for fun, so if a particular card would likely bring you personally immense amounts of joy, it should be towards the top of your list, even if it didn't quite make it to the top of mine. The second is that we don't currently know the downgrade timers, how long it's going to take a Series 5 card to go to 4 and 4 to go to 3. I think it's a reasonable assumption that the oldest cards in each series will be likely to downgrade first, meaning if you're on the fence about a card that was in the first group of cards that were in Series 5, for example, I might hold off on picking one of those up until after the January season starts, when we might learn more about what the downgrade timelines are going to look like. As always, I appreciate everybody that made it all the way to the end of the video. Remember, if you enjoyed any of my insights, to tap that like button and leave a comment down below letting me know what your favorite part was. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. I post Marvel Snap tidbits like this, as well as game highlights here 7 days a week, and I'd love to see you back again. Enjoy the rest of your day, folks.